Hello and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're looking at a truly beautiful poem called Gifts of Grace, Honoring Our Vocations. It paints this amazing picture of the workers of India, and it focuses on the happy sounds they make every single day while doing their jobs. Okay, let's dive into this and see what this poem is all about. I want you to start by just looking around you right now. Look at your home, look at the shoes on your feet, or even just think about the food you eat today. Have you ever actually stopped to listen to the sounds the workers make when they create these everyday things? This poem pulls us right into that story. It asks us to open our ears and really hear the music of everyday work. The poem kicks off with this really powerful line. I hear Bharat celebrating the varied vocations I hear. Now, just to keep things super simple, Bharat is another name for India. And vocations, that just means the jobs or the daily work people dedicate themselves to. So the celebration here isn't a big party, it's the everyday work of the people. Section 1, the voices of the workers. Let's look at the happy noises they make while they work. Before we meet the workers, we need to know what a vocation actually is. It's not just a boring chore or hard work you have to get through. A vocation is a job that brings you joy, gives you pride, and really makes you who you are. The people in this poem, they don't just have jobs, they have true vocations. Section 2, the people who make things, the builders and creators. The poem highlights two super important makers, carpenters and shoemakers. Think about carpenters. They measure things perfectly, right down to the millimeter, to build strong, beautiful things out of wood. And shoemakers? They work incredibly hard to make sure every single shoe they craft is of the absolute highest quality. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why their work matters so much. A shoemaker isn't just putting leather and soles together. They are actually crafting the ability for us to walk safely, to dance, to run, to jump, and to come home safely at the end of the day. Their hard work lets us live our active lives. Section 3, the people who keep us moving. Next, we hear the voices of the people who power our world. You have electricians humming happily as they fix complex cables and wires. Down by the water, strong boatmen are pulling in heavy nets and sailing out to sea. These are really tough, physical jobs, but they find this deep, happy rhythm in doing them well. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast in what electricians do. Think about it. They spend all day working with plain, tangled, kind of boring cables, right? But the result is literally brilliant. Through their daily tasks, they bring bright, beautiful light to our homes and our whole world. The boatmen bring their own special kind of joy, too. They literally sing out on the water, finding music even when they're pulling in those super heavy nets. And the best part? When they come back to land, they share these exciting, rich stories about life at sea, bringing all that joy to the people listening on the shore. Section 4, the art and joy in work. Let's talk about the artists and cooks. The streets in this poem are just bursting with creative energy. You've got craftspersons weaving fabrics with so many beautiful colors. Artisans are playing lutes, which are like old guitars, sending music through the streets. Cooks are singing joyfully while making delicious food, and designers and masons are working together with a steady beating rhythm. Work here is a massive, colorful celebration. So what we see is that every single worker has their own special song. A carpenter's rhythm sounds totally different from an electrician's hum or a musician playing a lute. But the point is, each person is celebrating what belongs to them, taking immense pride in their own special skill. Section 5, your job and your identity. This is where it all comes together. We've reached a really powerful line in the poem. Listen to this. The voice of their vocation is the voice of their identity. So the crucial point is, the work you choose to do and the pride you take in it tells the world exactly who you are. Let's break that down just to be super clear. Your identity is simply who you are inside. The poem is telling us that our identity is deeply tied to our everyday work. When that shoemaker builds a tough shoe or that cook sings while making dinner, they aren't just doing a chore. They are showing the world their true, joyful selves. And that leads us to the grand finale of the poem. I hear Bharat celebrating, the varied voices I hear. All that humming, singing, measuring, and weaving, it's not just random noise. It all blends together into one big, beautiful song. It's the sound of a happy, celebrating country built by people who are proud of what they do. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to think about. What is your job and what is your voice? Whether you're a student learning new things, a builder, an artist, or anything in between, think about the joyful sounds you make every day. How does your unique voice add to the beautiful song of the world around you? Thanks so much for exploring this wonderful poem with me today.